She is a victim of our collective negligence. See, we tolerate this behavior. We have got to come to grips with the fact that as African Americans, we've got to look internally. We can't continue to witness our own demise and just sit back. We've got to be active.
34-year-old Shree Hemphill was a loving person who touched the hearts of those around her. She was the type of person who did anything for everyone. Most importantly, she was the mother to two beautiful children, a 4-year-old boy and a 9-year-old girl. Around 9:30 p.m. on June 19th, Shree dropped her mother off at her North County home in St. Louis. She then hopped in her mother's vehicle and drove to a gas station near North Kings Highway and Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. Around 11 p.m., St. Anne investigators responded to a crash in the 1400 block of Dr. Martin Luther King Drive and North Kings Highway Boulevard. After the wreck, the people involved started shooting at each other. When St. Louis Metropolitan Police arrived at the scene, the officers were also shot at by the suspects, who then tried to run them over before fleeing the scene. When it was all over, a woman would be located next to a gas pump suffering from gunshot wounds.
He and the victim were at the gas station lot as the chaos unfolded.
It was Father's Day, man. We were just out here, you know what I'm saying, before we finna go out to a little gathering, a little club type of stuff. Then they got the fighting over there, and people got to going over there looking, and then they got the shooting, and out of 5-6 people over there, she was one of the ones that got hit.
Balloons were put up at this gas station on Martin Luther King and Kings Highway as a memorial to the 34-year-old victim who lost her life around midnight. Franz Owens says he was here when the shooting happened. Not only that, he says he and the victim were like family.
A loving young lady, man, like for real. And everybody knew her, watched her grow up, and it's a sad way for her to get killed, you know what I'm saying, by somebody else's bullets or whatever. So, yeah, I'm heartbroken.
Sadly, 34-year-old Shree, an innocent bystander, was caught in the crossfire as the suspects fired at officers, shooting her in her left lung and left arm. She was taken to a local hospital where she succumbed to her injuries. Police said when they approached the gas station, they spotted someone they believed was firing gunshots. According to a police report, the suspect hopped into a car and backed up in the direction of an officer. The officer fired shots at the vehicle before the suspect sped off on Martin Luther King Drive. As of Tuesday night, police are still looking for the gunman. In the 4 neighborhoods that surround the Northside gas station, more than 45 people have been shot this year alone. Now Shree's friends and family are mourning as community leaders call for an end to violence. Her mother is distraught and completely overwhelmed with nonstop tears and pain since her death. Loved ones created a memorial filled with balloons to honor the life of the woman loved by so many. Community leaders like James Clark, who have been on the front lines of the crime fight for years, said he's saddened but not surprised by tragic violence like this.
It's just too much right now. I don't know what to do.
Marcine Hemphill says for the past few days she's been overwhelmed with nonstop tears and pain. She cannot believe she's suddenly mourning her 34-year-old daughter, Shree Hemphill.
She was a loving person. She helped everybody that she could. She touched a lot of hearts.
Hemphill says around 9:30 Sunday night, Shree dropped her off at her North County home. Her daughter then hopped in her mom's car and drove to this gas station near North Kings Highway and Dr. Martin Luther King Drive.
Putting gas in the car. Innocent bystander. I hope they catch him. I really do.
Hemphill's mom has many questions.
Who shot her? Where did the bullet come from? That was my baby, my best friend, my rock.
St. Louis police say they have a lead in the case, and the investigation is ongoing.